Dear viewers, what do you call a scheme that begins as a promise to empower poor women but ends up funding well-paid government employees? A mistake, a blunder, or just another election stunt gone wrong? Welcome to this honest take with me Tejas, where we are peeling back the layers of Maharashtra's Mukhyamantri Majhi Ladki Bahin Yojana, a scheme launched to help women in need, but now caught in web of rule changes, mismanagement and mounting political questions. The Mahayuti claimed it was about empowerment, but was it also about votes? Let's find out. But before that, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. In August 2024, just months before the Maharashtra Assembly elections, the state government launched a feel-good welfare scheme, the Ladki Bahin Yojana, a monthly Rs 1500 promise to economically weaker women aged 21 to 65 earning under 2.5 lakh rupees annually. Sounds great, right? But let's not pretend this did not come with political timing. A massive push to enroll beneficiaries just ahead of elections, rallies, promotions, speeches. The Mahayuti alliance made sure every woman in the state know about it. And what happened in November? The Mahayuti returned to power with a thumping majority. Coincidence? Maybe. But as we dig deeper, it is clear the execution of the scheme had very little to do with the social welfare and everything to do with election strategy. Here is where it gets murky. In what the government calls a mistake, over 2200 government employed women who were explicitly ineligible for this scheme ended up receiving Rs 1500 per month from the taxpayer's pocket. Let that sink in. Public servants drawing regular salaries getting extra taxpayer money meant for struggling women. And Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar did not deny it. In fact, he admitted, we had little time to scrutinize the applications, elections were approaching. Translation, the scheme was rushed, eligibility checks were bypassed, and the government knowingly distributed crores of rupees without verifying who was actually eligible. And now, these ineligible employees have been removed from the list. But no one is asking the obvious question, why were they on it in the first place? Initially, the scheme painted a picture of universal female empowerment, but now the government is quietly changing the rules. Rs 1500 has been slashed to Rs 500 for around 8 lakh women, citing budget constraints and overlapping benefits. Verification checks have intensified, and while that is necessary, the result is that fewer women are now actually receiving aid. Some districts are reporting delays, confusion, and even cancellations. So the scheme that helped win votes just 6 months ago, it is now being trimmed, restricted, and partially rolled back. It raises a troubling question. Was this scheme ever meant to be sustainable? Or was it just one season blockbuster meant for the election audience? Contradictions are hard to ignore. Ajit Pawar says the wrongly credited money won't be recovered. Revenue Minister Chandrasekhar Bawankure says recovery is underway. The Finance Department blames time pressure, and critics, they call it voter bribery. Everyone is passing the buck, but no one is taking responsibility. And here is the kicker. While the government says the scheme was only for poor women, it turns out even that promise is now being diluted. Many truly deserving women have been left out during the new verification process. Meanwhile, those who should never have qualified have already received multiple payments. It is like rewarding the wrong people while punishing the honest ones. The Shiv Sena UBT and other opposition parties are now calling it what it probably is, voter bribery dressed up as empowerment. They have even demanded Ajit Pawar's resignation. And they do have a point. When a scheme is launched just before elections, when eligibility checks are skipped, when Rs 1500 lands in salaried bank accounts, when rules keep shifting post-election, it is hard not to suspect that this wasn't about empowerment, but about enrollment into the Mahayuti voter base. Ladki Bahin was supposed to be a bridge for women left behind by the system, but somewhere along the way, it became a shortcut to political gain. And now, that bridge is starting to collapse under its own contradictions. If this government truly believes in women's empowerment, it needs to stop using schemes as electoral bait and start treating beneficiaries with honesty and dignity. Because here is the honest take. Giving money is easy, but building trust, especially after breaking it, is a lot harder. This was your honest take today with me, Tejas. If you think women deserve more than token schemes and political juggling, don't forget to like, share, and tell us what you think in the comments below. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking questions.